and gentlemen, welcome to Fathers F5. Of course, as always, I am your founding father and pirate lord, BHL FlightForce, and alongside me is your founding father and captain, Novagoth. Tonight we have a very interesting Fathers F5, as not only do we have a lot of information to give to you, but we have now incorporated a new game into Fathers F5. With that being said, if you look down below, there's some loot down there. Right down at mine and Captain Novagoth's feet. Behind me is an island, one that we will not be naming. However, if you can name this island for us tonight, the first one to name the island will be receiving the loot that is at our feet. We decided to go easy for the first time around. Hopefully you all can get it. Hopefully you're able to get it right. We'll see what happens.
They're not going to get it.
Any They're not going to get it? You don't think they're going to get it? I think they'll get it.
No, they're not going to get it.
Captain Novagoth feels that you guys aren't going to be able to get the, figure out what the island is. But we'll see. As always, we'll be having questions throughout the event. And, of course, at the very end. With that being said, if you have a question and talking about what we are currently talking about at that moment, feel free to pop it in the chat. And, oh my God, right there, Brink Nightmare, Mermaid's Hideaway, yes. Mr. Nightmare, you are correct. This is Mermaid's Hideaway. Congratulations. We'll be pulling you in at the end of this broadcast to give you free loot. Well, I mean, okay, there we go. KingOfTheRen probably told him. That's all right. So let's go ahead and get started on our very first topic of the week. Going over to Cap, what's the agenda tonight?
Well, Salty Seamen of the Week is the first topic up, and we want to give a big shout out to our Salty Seaman favorite is HeyItSloth. Congratulations, Sloth. You are the outstanding serviceman of the fleet for your contributions and to the FON network, going above and beyond expectations, and for all your good-natured self. You are now Salty Seaman. With that said, Whackers Crackers was a big hit. Salty, I talked to Salty earlier this morning. He would not disclose where the master whackers are located. All I could get was that they are in the wild somewhere. They're about 2 feet tall in some sort of makeshift hut sweatshop. They get up late at night, and they do all their master whacking at late at night, and get these crackers out and onto the shelves so that they're nice, tasty, and fresh for all of you to enjoy. So get out there, get your master whackers crackers, and enjoy those little salty tastes of goodness. Back to you, Flight.
Well, yep, I'm right here. Just paying, if the audio is being a bit choppy, hopefully it will clear up here soon. Of course, we are dealing with Microsoft, but do not worry, this is all being recorded, so everything will be put out tomorrow as well on the YouTube. But first up on the agenda tonight that we want to really be talking about outside of the Salty Seaman, the big information coming. So second up is definition of the fleet ship. So a lot of people were talking at the beginning of this week about what was going on and how we are defining fleet ships. Fleet ships have always by the fleet been coordinated and defined as simply ships that had an officer leading it. With the massive change up and having so many new members and the officer corps taking a while to catch up, we have now extended that definition. The definition of a fleet ship now will include any ship that has a vested sailor aboard it with blessing of an officer. Basically, that means any of our vested sailors can now come in and say, hey, I see that all the boats that are running are currently full. I want to fire up a boat. A helmsman, a powder monkey, any of that will be able to do that. They say, hey, I want to fire up a boat. A captain will be able to go and say, yep, you're approved, and you'll be able to fire up a Freeman boat, rock the Freeman colors, and enjoy sailing with the Freeman. With that being said, there is also the addition of a new Discord rule, meaning that if anyone is sailing with friends, they have to alert the Freeman. The Freemen's Looking for group is not meant to allow people to supplement their friendship with other people from the fleet. It was never intended to be used that way. There were several complaints brought out about it, and this is the protection being given. So that means that if you are a member of the Freemen, you are sailing with your buddies, and you need one more, and you really want to ask a Freeman to join you, you can do that, but you need to make sure that you alert the Discord that you are not on a fleet ship. You are not on a ship with Freemen. Just so the Freemen can make the choice if they want to take that risk or not. With that being said, the other thing they came up with definition of fleet ships is fleet colors. Everybody want to talk about changing the fleet colors. I like the fleet colors. I don't know why, but yeah, that's just my opinion. With that being said, it was decided at... I'm the only one. It was decided at the officers' meeting tonight that we will be waiting until Forsaken Shores drops. Once Forsaken Shores drops, and we have all the content that was promised to us from the summer, we will be re-looking at the fleet color issue and be making a type of ladder tournament to narrow it down, and then of course letting the fleet have the final vote and a straw poll on what our new colors will be. So that will all be coming after Forsaken Shores have dropped, and we'll be excited to see that all happen. But of course that won't be for a while. So up next is of course Cursed Sails. Captain Nova.
Cursed Sails, in case you have been locked in a closet with the Master Whackers and do not know, Cursed Sails had dropped and has been running all week. Cursed Sails is first segment is completing tomorrow night. So if you haven't got the first 3 areas completed, you need to sit there and do it by the end of tomorrow night before they switch crews. We have all 3 weeks to complete the storyline and the accommodations, but the 3 different areas will be changing, so make sure you're aware of that and get together with other people that have not completed those and get them done. Very, very short time, very short window. So next up it would be changes to the bylaws, and bylaws we mean by the way. So fleet takeover, I won't be making any by jokes this week.
No bio jokes. Well, that's an interesting change. Don't worry. Nova for President 2020, that is a good chance right there. But with that being said, the bylaws, there are several different changes to them that is very important for the fleet to know and for you all to be aware of. The first one is the new captain power. This was just added to the bylaws tonight per captain vote. What it basically said was captains have the ability or the authority to overrule any of the rules of the Freemen temporarily. What this is basically opening the door for is that this is going to make it to where, let's say you're in the situation that a boat absolutely needs another person and you want a friend on that boat, but it's a fleet boat. A captain can make the call to allow that to happen. That also puts the situation that if there's a fleet server currently active, but unfortunately all the captains must get off, we have the ability to give the quartermasters the power to continue running that fleet server. With that being said, this allows a big slew of things to be able to kind of bend the rules a little bit without anyone being worried about breaking the rules. And that's an exciting change to the bylaws because it's always been a black and white situation. So we're kind of adding a touch of gray there by allowing the captains to make calls still in the interest of the fleet. So at any point you find yourself in a situation, maybe it's a Discord rule, maybe it's a rule with the Freemen, maybe it's a rule with the FON network, any of those natures, style of things, go ahead, reach out to a captain, ask about it. They can give approval or disapproval on those certain subjects. With that being said, the next major thing to come along with it is the Brigantine. It came out with the current update. Everybody was excited about it. Everybody was concerned about how is the fleet going to treat the Brigantine. Well, after almost a week of sailing with the thing and learning some tactics and some different things that go along with it, we have come to the determination that the brigantine will be treated like a threat of a galleon. With that being said, the pirate code protects sloops. That means it does not protect brigantines. So if a brigantine comes in hot and you feel it's a threat and you want to open fire, go right ahead. You do not have to hesitate. You do not have to be concerned. The brigantine is considered the same as a galleon in the eyes of the captains. The final major change to the bylaws is the alliance systems. Some additions were put in. One of the new rules and additions that effectively are in place now and how the captains are going to be running and handling it is that every time a fleet server is active, all those ships will be in alliance. Said and done, that is a rule. It is going to happen. With that being said, not only is it going to be in the alliance, the current play rule of thumb with loot in the alliance is that loot will be given to the ship that dug it up. The rest of the alliance is still getting 50%, so it's free loot, and everybody should be excited about that. This, of course, brings to an end the old way of server domination, where all ships would come back together and split up the loot, so everybody got a chunk of the 3 different reputations. Now, since the game's effectively doing that for us, whatever your fleet ship is digging up, that is your loot. You turn it in, you get the 100%, you'll get 50% of the other ships. In regards to Skull Fort, whoever shows up at the Skull Fort will get it. If multiple ships happen to show up at the Skull Fort, absolutely still acceptable. You'll still split the loot evenly, just like we used to. However, this time around, instead of our 3rd and our 4th boats feeling left out and getting nothing, now they at least get half. So the alliance system is definitely a big thing. The last bit with the alliance system is that the alliance system is now also being added to the Discord rules. The same as you would have to tell a Freeman member that you are joining a boat that is not a Freeman boat. You now have to tell them that they are joining a fleet boat that is currently a part of a non-fleet alliance. All you simply have to say is that you are part of an alliance. That right, hey guys, we got to cover with alliance. Exactly. Do they want to deal with that?
Just came in out there.
Yeah, BH, you're cutting in and out.
Audio's cutting in and out. That's all right. We'll continue with the recording for now, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any questions at the end, if you missed it, we'll go ahead and get back to it. With that being said, that's the last big change to the Constitution and bylaws this week in the interest of taking care of the fleet. So we'll kick it back over. Nova, there was something else you wanted to add, right?
Just wanted to remind everybody to be respectful. Doesn't matter if you're an officer, deckhand, whatever. Be respectful of each other. The officers have gotten together and figured this announcement needed to be given out one more time. Please respect your officers, your quartermasters, your captains, your pirate lords. Just be aware they volunteer their time to the fleet to make sure it runs smoothly. So just be courteous to everybody. Don't be a dick. Additions to the fleet will be next talk about. New Quaybot coming soon. We're working on getting a Quaybot for Discord so that if you want to participate on a boat and stuff, to be more fair to everyone involved, and we're running multiple ships trying to get people in. It's kind of difficult getting people in according to when they asked us. So we're going to look into getting a Quaybot started soon. You'd go into Discord and you'd type looking for a spot. The captains or the quartermasters or whoever's running the boat would go in, sit there and see who's next up in the quay, and they would sit there and pick you up, send you a message saying they're ready for you, and a message would be sent to you. If in fact that you were waiting for 30 minutes and you didn't respond to that message, your name would then be taken and put down at the bottom of the queue, and the next person up would have a chance or opportunity to take that spot.
Wait, hold on. Hold the phone here. Are you saying Q as Quay?
Quay.
Okay.
Q, Quay, what do you want me to say?
It's called a Q, but apparently in West Virginia they call it something else, but that's okay.
Well, growing up, I always thought QUE was Quay, but hey, that's just me and my southern roots. So, you want to continue on with the new medals and ceremonies that are possibly coming there, Flight?
Oh, absolutely. This is another, like he was just saying, not only to the new bot that's going to be coming, we're going to be going into medals being added to the fleet. The idea is that there's going to be a process that the officers will be putting up deckhands and other members that they feel have special, really stood out in the fleet, and those members will be receiving medals that will be going beside their name on Discord. Several different medals are going to be coming out, a couple different ones that are interesting and kind of based on the military tradition of just recognizing people. On top of that, there's going to be a special ceremony that is going to be broadcast to the fleet. So it's definitely a new, exciting, additional tradition that's coming in. It's going to be coming in soon. I'm excited about it. I hope you all are excited about it. So please keep your eyes and ears out for that. That being said, let's get to the topic everybody always loves to talk about, Skullball.
Skullball.
What about yesterday's game?
The Tri-Rock Terrors got terrorized. Like, the Jolly Roger Misfits just shut them down quick. It happened so fast I could barely broadcast anything or say anything because they were scoring just so quickly. I was in shock. But fortunately, Tri-Rock Terrors are not out of the games this season yet. They still have one more game they are eligible to play in order to sit there and stay in the running for the final championship. Olympics tried. He tried very hard. I'll give him that. If I could give him any type of medal, I'd give him the Olympic medal for the lackluster performance. But the captain shot that medal down, so I cannot sit there and offer a medal to Olympics at this time. Brink, on the other hand, had a perfect strategy. They worked as a well-oiled machine and brought home a shutout, the second shutout of the season. Next week's games, we got the Booty Island Bounty Hunters and versus the Devil's Own. We have new members on the Devil's Own, so they'll be having to get together and have their team chat and strategize. So it should be a pretty good game overall. How about you,
I'm excited
Flight?
about it. I'm excited about it. I have to agree with you. Anybody watching the live stream last night of the game, there was one point, the very first score of the game, it happened so fast that I lost complete eyes on it. We had no eyes on it. Luckily, this is the point of Cameraman, so they will be getting a footage out of the scores in that. But it was absolutely incredible. Next week, I am excited. We got Devil's Own facing off against, of course, like you already said, facing off against, finally, the Booty Island Bounty Hunters. Now, Booty Island Bounty Hunters, I'm excited to see them play. And the reason I'm excited to see them play is that they're being led by one of my personal favorite captains, but Captain Shiny. She was the first ever elected captain of the fleet. I'm excited to see her on the battlefield in this game.
Well, my money's going to be on the Devil's Own. Whoever came up with that name deserves a medal because that is an awesome name. So my money is going with the Devil's Own, even though they have a lot of members transitioning through, and they're going to have to come up quickly with something. I got total faith in the new crew coming in.
Oh no, do not get me wrong. I'm excited. I believe that this is going to be an interesting game. Devil's Zone, for those that are not aware, Devil's Zone changed hands twice. They have shifted out multiple members. They have been the team that has been rotating. And yet here they come. This is going to be their first game with their new members in play. It's another quartermaster team going by Quartermaster Slick Willie, now the team lead, with Quartermaster Deathwalker in there with him. I know that Level Mir is also on that team, and a Halo Duder. So it's definitely going to be an interesting little mix of people, good PvPers. You know, Slick Willie is well known for soloing Athenas. So he is well known for knowing these maps, knowing the game, and having that bit of information. So it's definitely going to be a great game this coming Saturday. Not one to miss at all. With that,
Do we have any special shout-outs this week?
We do have special shout-outs. The first big special shout-out I want to kick out to is, of course, HeyItSloth. Not only did HeyItSloth win the Salty Seaman of the Week this year, he did something that is absolutely above and beyond in the Call of Duty when it comes to the fleet.
We don't mention other games there.
He decided. Well, I don't want to throw it out there, but he did decide to invest in something on behalf of the fleet. And I think that that's an amazing, amazing thing to do. I think that that's to me, that's a personal, it's just above and beyond. That shows true love for the fleet, and I want to give him a special shout out for that action. He's really a true part of the FON network. The second big shout out I want to give out is to the entire FON network staff. I mean, all last night, they're not getting to play the games. They're not getting to enjoy the games. But they had to be there. They had to set it up. They had to get the camera's angles. And right now, they're editing it all. So, I mean, the fact that they're going through crazy amount of footage just to bring these games to the fleet is an amazing contribution. And, of course, I want to thank our network head that's down there right now being cameraman himself. Here he is in the middle of it working, KingOfTheRen. It's absolutely just impressive. The final shout-out I personally want to give is Quartermaster Deathwalker. As I said in the Discord earlier today, I want to welcome this brother-at-arms home, back to the fleet, back to his house. He was out on a small stint serving our great country of America. I know our Canadians guys don't understand that love for our troops, but I want him to be aware, obviously, we love our troops. And with that being said, we just want to welcome him home. We're so glad to have him back. We are excited to have such a great quartermaster back in the ranks, back in the fleet, and back on the seas.
Do we got any questions?
No. Yeah, that's it. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Question time.
This is your
question time, boys and girls.
Question time. Everybody loves question time.
Questions. Doesn't matter what the question is. We will answer it fully and honestly. Doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter what it is. Why do I have no friends? Okay, well, why do I have no friends? Well, the issue that you don't have any friends, Cal, is that because everybody's your friend. So, I mean, to my knowledge, everybody in the fleet loves Cal. I don't think I've ever received a complaint about Cal. I mean, I was told that he, unfortunately, is eating everybody's grass.
Who's Cal?
So,
oh, Cal.
Yeah, Cal's eating everybody's grass. You know, Nova really works hard on his lawn, Cal. You have to give him a break. You have to give him a break.
Any other questions?
We're going through the Discord right now. We're looking at all possible questions that are coming through. There was one last one that just came through on the Discord on me from an anonymous source. The question is, when will we hear about the new ship, new fleet ship? Well, the new fleet ship, as I stated earlier, we're going to wait to Forsaken Shores. The idea at the working moment that the captains are going to do is that when Forsaken Shores drops and we have all the possible boats of the summer out there, we're going to narrow it down to 4 boats. We're going to put 4 pictures of those boats up on the Discord, and we're going to let the entire fleet vote. So the entire fleet will be picking the new fleet ship come the drop of Forsaken Shores. And now everybody's just going ahead and saying, give us more milk and all that fun jazz. So we're going to go ahead and get Deathwalker in here. We're going to go ahead and give him his award next week. Tune back in. It's going to start going every Sunday just like this.
Frank Nightmare.
And
Dude. Frank Nightmare.
Frank Nightmare. Who did I say?
Deathwalker.
Oh, Deathwalker. Apparently I just wanted to give him some stuff. We're going to go ahead and bring Nightmare in here. Sorry, bring Nightmare. We'll go ahead and get you in here. We'll get you your loot. Next week, though, tune back in because next week we're going to make this tougher. And I mean really, really tough because next week we're going to have an Athena's chest up for grabs for the start of our little game. So hopefully
Can I participate in that one?
So hopefully we'll see you guys then. As always, we are the Fathers of Five. We are the Freemen. We sail together.
We sail together. We die together.
Absolutely. You all have a wonderful night. We will catch you next time.